What's up, Team Strony Gamers? It is John back with part 2 of our Will It Bond series. We are continuing in the Motherlode Mine, and there's a lot of stuff to cover. It has been a crazy 2 weeks, guys. I've had a ton of fun doing this series. I hope you enjoy it. I have decided that I'm going to release the entire series in one video as well. And so once part 2 is up, maybe in a week or two, I'll compile and have the whole thing drop, so that if you want to watch the full half an hour plus video, kind of what 2 weeks of AFK mining at MLM can do for you, you'll be able to partake that in a couple weeks. But this is what is going on. So, I was doing the MEMS, and as you can see here, we're at Motherlode Mine. During the weekend, I did not play at all, but while I was doing my weekdays, I was able to get in some more AFK time. So as with part 1, we go through and just kind of touch on the different things, and right here we've got 84 mining. I did get a ton of experience during the 2 weeks, so it was fun to be able to highlight those mining levels, and then just continue with sort of our daily price checks to see where things are at. So this looks like we're at about 3.35 mil. I will say that the price checks, when I pop up the prices on screen, that does include also the gold nuggets. Sometimes I pull them out, sometimes I forget, but yeah, see, there we go, 3.36. So I didn't pull out the gold nuggets, but basically gold nuggets, if you're buying clay packs, are worth 1,100 each. So this is day 8. We continue mining here at Motherlode Mine. This day I had a little bit less time to play, so I only had about 6 hours AFKing. I've got that up on screen so you can see at the end how much time we spent AFKing over the 2 week period, which is 2 weeks. That's what a bond gets you. You get 2 weeks of membership with it. So yeah, Motherlode Mine is super AFK. It's nice, especially all the stuff that they released earlier this year. With the upper level, they've lowered the level requirements for access. I did, honestly, just in part 1, when you guys saw, you really need to have a gem pouch when you are here, because the amount of gems you get is crazy. I mean, I was wearing the charged glory and stuff so that I would get more, but just because, you know, it's AFK and it's good value, and gems are worth a lot. I mean, you know, you have a chance at rolling that gem table, so might as well take it and see what you can get. So if you have the gem bag, it's definitely worth 100 nuggets. I mean, you do lose out on like 110k cash value that you could have, but it definitely makes it a lot smoother of a go. So basically, I would just set up here in the first corner, and here we go, 85. We can now mine runite. And guys, I'm going to tell you, post 85, the profit was crazy different. Like, I feel like it's almost going to be a completely different video if you do this after 85. One thing I had thought about doing as well is I have a light bearer ring on my main account. Now, my main account wasn't a member while I was filming this, so unfortunately I couldn't trade it over. But that light bearer ring does make you regenerate your special attack energy a lot faster. Obviously, the special attack for the dragon pickaxe is you boost your level 3 levels. So here we go with another price check. Looks like we're at about 4.35 mil with our gold nuggets. But with the light bearer recharging your special attack fast, you can keep yourself buffed up quite higher so that you're hitting higher ores, but also just the higher your level, the better ores that you are receiving from your pay dirt. So constantly making sure you hit that special attack is going to be super important when you're doing this. So I wonder 2 things. 1, how much different would this have been if I had started at 85? A first good chunk, I mean, the whole first video I wasn't even 85, right? And that was almost half the time. So not getting rune ores makes a huge difference. Like they say, I think 70, level 70 or whatever, it's like 90,000 per hour doing this. But if you're level 99 or 95 plus, when you're getting a ton more rune ores, they're saying it can be upwards of like 200 to 300,000. So here we are, Day 9, I didn't play at all, so 0 hours were logged that day. Day 10 again, the second weekend of this bond, 0 hours were logged. Day 11, I did play for about an hour, sort of throughout the day, AFK'd. Logged in a couple times, just did a few laps of getting ores and stuff, and so I did make sure to put that in because an hour definitely helps, you know. So then day 12 is sort of what we got here. This is what we're seeing. A big chunk there, 7 hours again, AFKing. I did find that the AFK ability of this was pretty good. When you're just doing your mining, it doesn't take a lot of focus. It doesn't take a lot of paying attention. It's not super click intensive, which is nice. That's what you want when you're playing AFK. When you have to go and empty the cleaned ores and place them in the deposit box, it definitely is way more click intensive. It's not crazy click intensive, and you can usually do it pretty quickly, but every time you fill up your the bag, you have to empty it, and that is definitely a solid minute to 3 minutes of intense play. So here we have another price check, kind of nearing the end of the day. Looks like we're just over 5 mil with our gold nuggets there. So I did also notice during the 2 weeks that prices were definitely on the downward trend, which has been super frustrating. Adamite ore, when I was playing a few weeks ago, was still at 1000 GP, and it has dropped to just over 800 GP. So that is super frustrating, to the point that I've actually made the decision, and little spoiler alert at the end of the video, I don't sell everything. I'm gonna hold on to it because I feel like I don't need the cash, and I'd rather see prices go back up, and ores traditionally go back up. They fluctuate quite a bit. It can take a couple weeks, a couple months, I don't know. I might throw it in the GE for a high price, and then if it happens, it happens. But I'm definitely not gonna move all that Adamite ore at 800 because that's just ridiculous. I've sold Adamite ores before for 1100, and that is a huge difference. I mean, we're talking almost, you know, 20-25% there, so we're definitely gonna wait. Here we go with another level. All right, level 86. So we are 86 mining now, which is sweet. Again, just increasing the levels is going to increase what kind of payoff we get. When we clean our pay dirt, we are going to get better ores. Better ores means more GP. And you'll definitely notice that as you watch me do some of these ones here where I do my clean outs, you'll see more and more rune. That was, I think, 3 rune just in this one go. That's a lot. That's a lot of GP. And rune itself is actually down. Almost a K, which is 10%, you know, so 8.5, 9%, but yeah, closing in on 10% down. So again, I'm going to hold off, and honestly, I usually don't sell my rune ore. Anytime I mine rune ore, even if I've sold it in the past, I usually sell it to myself on the other account, because I'd rather take that rune ore to the blast furnace, make it into runite bars, and use it for smithing, because I would love to get 99 mining and 99 smithing. Eventually, it's not something I'm crazy rushing into, but it is something that I've considered. I've always enjoyed those 2 skills the most in this game, and so, you know, it's definitely something I'd consider, you know, as a long-term goal, something that I'm working towards. So Nate, when you're watching this back, you can hold me to that, because I know you're looking to see how you can keep me captivated. But actually, we have something new that I'm working on, and that is going to be plank make. You guys know that I've been working on getting the level for magic for that, doing some quests for that, so we're going to see how that goes. Another price check here. Looks like we are just under 6 mil, 5.94, about 5.95 mil there with all those nuggets, so we are doing pretty good. And here we go, another level 87. That means when we do our special attack, we have 90 mining, which is kind of cool to see. It's only temporary, but it is definitely cool to see. So here we go, another day, 7 hours AFKing, and we are going to run another price check. It is so crazy to see how much the ores shift from being a lot of coal, a lot of mithril, a lot of gold. I'm not seeing as much coal and gold, seeing a lot of mithril, which is not a great ore. I mean, you don't make a ton of money on them, but if you make them into bars, you can do pretty good, especially if you're interested in like making alkables with it. If you make the mithril plate bodies, they're pretty good alkables, and sometimes you can sell them off GE for a higher price. because they have such a high alk value. So people who want to do large bulk like volume of it will pay a higher price, because I think they have a pretty low trade limit. But that I'm just rambling now. So yeah, that was another day here, and so this is just kind of the last clean out of the day. I really tried when I was recording to sort of get the last clean out for you guys, do a price check, kind of make sure that we're keeping good, accurate records, you know, the authenticity of it. I mean, really, when it comes to filming, you can put anything, anywhere, anyway, and so I really just wanted to make it seem as realistic as if you guys are playing. This is sort of what you would see or experience as you went through 2 weeks. If you take the time to use your real world money to purchase a bond, or if you use in-game currency GP to purchase a bond, this is sort of what you could expect to experience. So here we go, 6.76 mil with those nuggets sold into the clay packs. I have in the past bought the gem bags with my nuggets, but it's definitely not worth it. You get way more money doing the clay, and I just did it because I thought it'd be fun to have more gems. But honestly, it'd be better to have more money and then just buy the gems you want to craft. So sometimes I do things because they're fun and silly, and you just have to do what you like to do to enjoy the game. And I decided on this one, it was about maximum profit, so I decided to buy the clay packs, and that was what I decided to go with. Which you can see here, we ended up with about almost 600k in clay, which is nuts. So it was about 63 AFK hours. We started at 2.3 million experience. We ended at just over 4 million experience. So in 2 weeks, guys, I made 1.7 million experience. We made 7.32 million GP, which works out to about 114,000 GP per AFK hour. It was a ton of fun. I hope you've enjoyed this series. As always, guys, make sure you comment, share, like, subscribe. This is John signing off. I'll catch you all in the next video.